Hi YouTube, it's Shalrimi here. You might have wondered, where has she been? Back in February, I decided to, or decided and decided, I ended up falling and hitting my head, and I ended up with a concussion and was not able to stream or be by the computer for a long time. So I kind of got out of the loop of everything computer related. And we are getting back to it with the 6th anniversary of Dead by Daylight's broadcast from Twitch. I watched the whole thing, and you can watch it with me here. So, enjoy it. I talk to you soon, and bye. It's 2, 1. Oh, big screen. Big screen. Do we want the comments on, or do we just want this? I'm so happy to hear you. You're good. There. Can I boost the quality? Maybe. There we go. Let me know if anything starts lagging. I will take the quality down again. Oh, we have some Trickster. Some Resident Evil. Thank you for sharing 6 years of horror with us. It has been some fun years. I didn't start back 6 years ago, but yes, I can. Let me know if you can hear me.
All right, what I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted is that Funko Pops are coming. This is super exciting for us. We've been waiting on a long time to be able to announce this. So right now I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the 4 characters coming to Funko Pops. The Wraith, the Doctor, the Huntress, and Claudette Morel. If you're like me, you're thrilled and you can't wait to get your hands on those. I can tell you you'll be able to get those before the end of the year.
Are we gonna have Huntress?
Now that I've shared that and that I've had a moment to calm down,
yes,
let me officially welcome you to the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary celebration. We've got an amazing show for you today. We have the whole team ready to share some of the exciting stuff coming. We've got a few surprises in store. We hope you're going to have a good time. Now, last year, our 5th anniversary was all about looking back at the 5 years before. It was a trip down memory lane, and I had a good time for one. Since then, we've hit 50 million players in Dead by Daylight. That's crazy. Jesus. We announced the board game that was funded in under 1 day on Kickstarter. That was an amazing job by our friends at Level 99. We've also consistently stayed within the 20 top games streamed on Twitch. All of that, and with our next chapter, we're going to now be at 59 characters in Dead by Daylight. But today, it's not about looking back. Today is about looking at the future. We couldn't be happier to have 50 million of you out there playing the game with us. And while there's still a ton of stuff to do, we want to focus on the things that are going to make their way into the game next year. In the past, we've used these anniversaries to share our dreams and to share our ambitions. And we dreamed big. It's our job to do so. Once in a while, these dreams ended up being bigger than what we were able to deliver. And we don't want to do that today. Today, our goal is to talk about what is actually going to happen within the next year and to give you precise timelines of when you can expect those changes.
Okay.
We're humbled by your passion and your support. Thank you so much for taking this trip with us through the last 6 years. And we have quite a lot more for you. Oh, and if you're watching this on Twitch. Or YouTube, you can actually play Director of Broadcast by voting in the chat and help us figure out which segments are going to come in what order. And speaking of which, here's a list of everything that we have in store for you today.
Run of the show. Okay. Year 7 roadmap. Quality of life improvements. Gameplay improvements. Chapter. Ah, I cannot read that fast.
Like I said, we want you to
What was the
before
last
what we talk about next.
two ones? Three
You know what?
ones?
Let's try it right now. Which one of these would you prefer to have?
What do we
A,
want?
some free stuff. B, something really nice.
That's a hard choice because free stuff is always good. But let's say B. Let's say B. Type A, B, C, or D in chat. What is C and D? What is it gonna be? Is my face here too big? Oh, oh. Uh 7, 8. No, SN. I didn't get it. I'm too slow.
Thank you so much for joining us today in the celebration of Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary.
Did anyone get that? I have 7, 8
on the
SN.
project, and I'm joined by Justin Brown, Senior Product Manager on the project. In today's panel, we will have a look at the upcoming content for next year, so Dead by Daylight 7 year, the planned chapters, as well as our 4 main pillars for the game. Before we dive into that, however, this is a really good opportunity to look at our accomplishments from last year.
Thank you,
and talk a
TB.
bit more about what we're particularly proud of or excited or happy that was released over the last year. For me, I'm always
Copy
extremely
that.
impressed by the quality of our original content, and the Portrait of Murder chapter was another one that really left a mark on me. But that being said, Year 6 was an amazing year when it comes to licensed content, with the addition of Resident Evil, Hellraiser chapter, as well as Ringu. 3 classic cult horror icons into our game, and it really warms my heart to see all of those different characters come together in the one and the same game. Is there anything you're particularly proud of that we did last year?
Yeah, of course. The first thing that comes to mind is the updated onboarding and tutorial. Seeing that come out to such a positive reaction within our community was really amazing, really rewarding for the team that worked so hard on those features. The next would be the 2 brand new maps we introduced last year. It had been a long time since we introduced new maps, and the
latest
totally
map is
delivered on
so
those
good.
Maps, visually stunning, and that's not to mention the unbelievable job they did on the Haddonfield rework, which recently released. And last but not least, it would be the Snowman event. All of the hilarious memes,
That was
movies,
funny.
memories that were shared in that sort of holiday season was unbelievably amazing, and something I hope we can recreate again this year.
Same. That would
Now
be
I'd
so
like to take
fun
this
to
moment,
take
just to
back
mention
next year.
that
Or
when
this
we
year.
develop our roadmap, we always aim at delivering the most quality as we possibly can for you, our players. However, as it is a live tool, we are constantly having to update it due to urgent issues or new opportunities that arise throughout the year. As such, there were a few features we mentioned during last year's anniversary stream that still have not made their way into the game. Fear not, we will be talking about most of those features later today.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about what's coming up in the next year, first, I'll tell you some of the things we know we can expect throughout this next year. There will be 4 new chapters, which means 4 new killers and their survivor counterparts, of course. In addition to that, there will be 4 tomes in the archives, diving deeper into our character's lore. And with the narrative direction around the Observer's Tower going in a new direction, we're all super excited to watch that unfold.
What is this all about? We'll learn more over the coming year. It's really exciting. For some of you who have been with us over the past year, the 4 pillars will probably be known to you all. They're really things we have continuously
No food.
worked upon
Look
over
at that
the last
shot.
6 years of the game. So our 4 pillars composing the roadmap for this year are game health, quality of life updates, live design, as well as
I thought she
our
was
events.
laying behind
Want to
me.
give us a bit more info about the
Game health. Yeah, sure, I will.
Game
I
health?
would love to, Stefan. When we talk about game health, there are some aspects of game health that will always be ongoing priorities for us, such as security improvements and game performance optimizations. But this year, we're putting an added focus on matchmaking. We want to improve the matchmake wait times as much as we can, in addition to accounting for the various play styles we see throughout our community and rewarding them as such. When we talk about matchmaking, though, it's also very much a quality of life topic, which segues very well into our second pillar.
It is an amazing segue, as if it was planned all along. You're a natural at that. Talking more about quality of life improvements and updates, you did talk about the roadmap and how we continuously shift things around and such. We use a lot of the feedback from the community to feed into that. And as such, CSAT surveys are a really important part for that, forums, social networks, etc., etc. When we did announce the Autobahn feature during last year's anniversary, it was met with a lot of mixed feelings from the community. And as such, we really held off a bit to make sure we were doing this in the best way possible.
Yeah,
We know
it's always
toxicity as well as cheating is something that has to
scary and
continuously
hard
be
to
looked
come
at and
out with
addressed in
new
the game to
stuff.
keep the game as safe as possible. And as such, Autobahn and improvements to those systems is an important part for us that we're going to keep looking at this year, but we want to make sure we do it in the best way possible. To dive a bit more into quality of life updates, we'll have Justin Banks and Aurélie Géraud talk a bit more about that in a future panel today, which I'm really looking forward to. But for now, is there anything you want to share with us about life design?
As a live game, constant iterations in our design and live balance updates are critical to keeping the game feeling fun, fresh, and exciting for our players.
Of course.
In addition to that, players' behaviors are constantly evolving, and we need to adapt to accommodate those new behaviors all the time.
We
Matt
love
Springer
those
will be up shortly
hitboxes.
to talk more about the huge updates that we have coming and planned for this year in regarding live balance.
And huge is not an understatement.
Not an understatement at all. But one piece of news we're happy to break right now is that we're actively working on a major rework of the Raccoon City Police Department map that we released last year in the
Yes!
Resident Evil chapter.
Finally!
We can
Make it
expect
better.
to see that sometime this fall.
Please make
but
it better.
We will keep you updated as we near closer to the final release date.
I'm very much looking forward to playing
That
it.
is so exciting.
It's often been a difficult map to navigate and to play
Yes.
for players, and I'm really looking forward to see how
It's
it can
the
actually
worst.
be brought up to the standards that we have today, and I'm looking forward. With that said, I'll jump into the events, something that really is an important aspect of the game. It allows us to move the game in a direction that's a little bit farther off the beaten path, something that's not necessarily what you'd expect from Dead by Daylight, but do that as a time-based thing allows us to really do something completely crazy sometimes and such. This is really an opportunity for us to get communities together and to generate moments you're never going to forget. I always think back of that game you played of Dead by Daylight during that specific moment of the year. As we've always done over the last few years, we'll have 4 main moments in the year that we're going to celebrate through events, which are going to be our anniversary period coming up in a few weeks from now, the Halloween period, the winter period, as well as the Lunar New Year period. These 4 events are really going to be the main ones for the year, but our cornerstone events are going to be Halloween and anniversary, since they're such big, important moments for the game. On top of those, we're also going to try and do more live activations, such as login bonuses, Blood Rush that you're all familiar with, and boosted Rift Fragments collection, so that there's a reason for everyone to come back to the game and be more excited about playing Dead by Daylight more often and be happy about the rewards they're getting through doing that. So, really looking forward to this year. It's really been an amazing one for us, and thank you so much, especially for the continued support throughout those 6 years. Thank you, everyone.
Sounds great. Okay.
By Daylight fans, I hope you're enjoying this 6th
We're
anniversary
not getting
celebration
much
of Dead
time
by
to talk
Daylight.
here.
I'm Matthias Clayson. I'm the director of the Recreational Fear Lab, and
Oh,
I'm here to talk
he
to you
sounds
about
Danish.
why people enjoy horror. Now, it might seem weird that folks like us voluntarily seek out frightening entertainment, but it's actually very common and for good scientific reason. It is part of human nature to find pleasure in playing with fear. It's what kids do when they play hide and seek, and it's what we do when we play DBD.
Yeah.
When you're playing as a survivor,
Hey,
you're
Kate.
reenacting an ancient evolutionary drama.
Felix.
You're trying to stay alive in a dangerous world by outrunning and
Never
outsmarting
hide
a
in a
bloodthirsty predator.
in a
Your
logger.
whole body is in survival mode, heart racing to prepare you for fight or flight.
Oh, the books.
You get that invigorating adrenaline kick, and if you escape the killer, you're rewarded with a flood of feel-good neurotransmitters such as dopamine.
Can
Playing
we?
as a killer is different. You're immersing yourself in that same ancient scenario of predation. But now it's about catching your prey, and the ecstasy of the hunt. It's
How
that
do we
same
see
adrenaline
that?
kick, but the reward is not the
There's a lot of
nerve-tingling relief
English
survival.
titles.
It's the
I
exhilarating
didn't
delight
spot
of
any
victory,
Danish.
the thrill of
Maybe
the
it's
kill.
because
So when you play DBD,
I mostly
you're satisfying a
read
primal
fantasy
desire
books,
for
so
threat simulation,
I didn't
for playing with
recognize them.
fear. But you're also satisfying
yeah,
another primal
the
desire,
name-
namely the desire for story.
The name got him.
Because DBD isn't just about the hunt. It's also about exploring the rich and constantly evolving narrative world of the game. Whether you're out for survival or blood, I wish you good luck on your next journey into the fog.
Thank you. We love the fuck. Oh, no food, no love. Bad cat. Dog walker. What? Why does the cats have to be extremely angry and the dogs is just like, barf,
The killer is coming, but the generator is almost complete.
complete? What do you do? Hit the last.
A, hit the last skill check.
Okay, I'm not gonna
B,
read it then.
run. C, let the killer grab you. D, blow up the generator.
We know me. If I have a chance, either way, if I go down, if I could finish that gen, I'm gonna finish it. Unless I fuck up and miss the skill check. But most of the time, you guys have seen me, like, it just pops and I go down. Or it doesn't pop and I go down because, but it's almost there. I can do it if I just believe in myself enough. But yeah. If I can hit the last skill check, yes, we are gonna make the gen
Hi there, I'm Matt,
finish.
Design Director on Dead by Daylight. I work with Dave, the Creative Director, and the rest of the DBD game design team on everything from updating and balancing our existing content to the development of all our new chapters and game features. I'm really happy to be back with you once more for this 6th anniversary broadcast. The upcoming year is going to be a really big one for Dead by Daylight, so I'm excited to share 3 key updates that our team of talented designers have been working on. An overhaul of our killer and survivor perks, a rework of our approach to prestige and progression, and
Ooh.
finally, an update on the changes to the Memento Mori system.
Uh-oh.
One of the main goals for the game design team is to explore new ways that we can keep the player experience in Dead by Daylight fresh and fun.
Are we gonna
for
get
both
our ass
new players
kicked?
entering our universe, and for our highly engaged expert players with hundreds or even thousands of hours in the game. In listening to our players and reviewing our own data, we've found that some of the most consistent feedback is that in our high-level matches, meta perks have essentially taken over, meaning that players are consistently seeing the same perk loadouts again and again for every killer and every survivor. Looking at our
I'm
data,
sorry.
there's a clear gap between the most popular perks for each role. On the killer side, these are Corrupt Intervention, Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, Barbecue and Chili,
Ruin.
Hex Ruin,
Yeah.
and Pop Goes the Weasel. And for survivors, Dead Hard, Decisive
Strike. Borrowed time. Iron Will.
and of course, Self-Care.
SF-care can
With
go.
little motivation to
somewhere
explore
out there.
different perk loadouts, this can naturally lead to a feeling of gameplay becoming stale. Therefore, in the coming months, we'll be releasing a major update that will rework and rebalance roughly 40 killer and survivor perks, including the ones that I've just mentioned.
Oh, no,
This is aimed at eliminating these
that.
clear, dominant perk trends and strategies that we've been seeing in the game for a while.
Are you
There
gonna
will
take my
also be
perks
some
away?
small baseline gameplay adjustments that we would
Oh,
like to share
fuck.
with you a little bit closer to the release date. So, we'll keep monitoring, keep reviewing, and keep adjusting our collection of perks in this way on a more regular basis to make sure that we avoid these meta perks becoming consistent trends for extended periods, whilst opening up the gateway for new undiscovered metas to emerge. With this upcoming focus on balance, we're also working on an update
Balanced
to
landing.
make perks easier to acquire and encourage more exploration of new combinations in perk loadouts. In an upcoming patch, we'll be releasing a rework of Dead by Daylight's prestige system, aimed at reducing the grind in the game by giving players more direct, quick, and easy access to perks, something that will improve the quality of life not only for our long-term dedicated players, but especially new players looking to get into the game.
Uh-huh.
Our current prestige system is optional, and it awards a bloodied version of the base cosmetic outfit, whilst resetting the perks, add-ons, and items in the character's inventory. This update will change how this works entirely. When this feature releases, prestiging a character for the first time will instantly unlock that character's Tier 1 personal perks on all other killers or survivors, making them immediately available in their loadouts. We know that our players are hoping that the
What?
RNG gods provide them with barbecue and chili in their early blood webs. However,
So we
with
have
this
to
feature,
prestige them
you
now?
simply prestige the cannibal to prestige level 1, 2, or 3 to unlock all of Leatherface's perks at the corresponding tier for every other killer. This will significantly reduce the grind and completely eliminate the random chance needed to acquire specific teachable perks through the blood web system. Of course, it's worth mentioning the prestige level won't be capped at just 3, so you'll be able to show your dedication to a particular character by raising them well beyond that.
Oh no! Oh no!
Additionally, the active prestige
This is gonna go so wrong.
perks, items, or add-ons, so there's no longer an associated reset of the character, if you will. For those who haven't yet prestiged their characters, we're also working on a fair way to still reward players for their time investment and dedication once this update takes effect.
Okay.
Fans can expect both the prestige and perk updates to drop around the same time during a major release this summer. Finally, I would like to close things out with some news on the Mori updates that we shared last year. While it's still coming, we've slightly adjusted our approach to the system based on research, feedback, and prototyping iterations.
You can't do that.
We've arrived at something that feels more straightforward, yet still accomplishes the same goals that we set out with. The change to the system will still remove the Mori ability from offerings, focusing instead on rewarding efficient killer play, but we'll be incorporating the Mori animation as more of a natural ending to the match. This is something that we're currently calling the finisher Mori. When a killer downs the last survivor standing, rather than drawing things out and having them pick up and hook the survivor, we'll instead transition immediately and automatically to the killer's Mori animation, allowing them to close things out in style, and in a way that you would expect from an unstoppable killing machine. There's also a few other additional changes coming with this system that we're not quite ready to share yet, but we're hoping to release the new Mori system as part of our Halloween update this year. So look out for that.
Oh!
While we couldn't cover all of the
Okay, it's
details
a little
of these updates in the span of one segment,
out in the
anyone
future.
looking for more information can head over to our website, deadbydaylight.com, following the broadcast. Thank you as always for the support. We can't wait to get these updates into your hands as soon as possible to see your amazing reactions. Thanks again, and see you in the fog.
Oh no. Who made a
Hey,
clip
everybody.
and when?
Welcome back to Macmillan Estate for Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Justin, one of the senior product managers on the game.
And I'm Aurélie, producer on Dead by Daylight. And what a cool set we're on today.
I think it's pretty
It's
cool.
very
I
cool.
mean, I hear there's some traps around, but we'll be a little careful.
Yeah, we'll try.
So last year, Aurélie and I were here with all of you just to talk about the pillars for the year. But I think some other guys on the team have that covered. So this year, we're here to talk about the quality of life updates that are coming to the game for year 7. And now, while it's always our goal to give you the most accurate picture of what's coming and when, the reality is that deadlines can shift as well as priorities.
Of course.
And we live in a pretty weird world these days, so there's a lot of external factors as well. So, I mean, that all being said, we are going to work.
Not as
have the most
weird
open
as under
dialogue with the
COVID,
players.
but
So if something changes, you can bet us, other members on the team, we are going to be communicating and let you know if something shifts, changes, removes, added, really at all. We're going to make sure that you guys know about it. That being said,
thank you.
let's get to it.
That's considerate.
Yes, and that's really cool because today when you will open the PTB, the first thing that you will notice is this new vertical layout that we have. The idea behind
Do
this
we like
is
it?
we were running out of space with the current one.
Yeah.
And we wanted
But
to
this-
have
this
more
seems-
clarity and also make
maybe
some
I just have to
information
get
way
used to
more
it.
visible to players. Like for example, some text in some languages, they will have more space, but also when we have an event or something happening in the game, now you will be able to see right away when you enter in the game what is happening and how long it will take. You won't have to go through different screens, navigate through the game to get access to this information.
And so I think if I can kind of nail down something cool for everybody is that I don't have to go into the archives to see how long is left in the rift.
Correct.
I'll see it right on
Oh,
the main
yes, that's
Correct.
good.
You will have the exact timer, how long it will take until the end of the rift. And that's part of what will make just the navigation easier and the information easier to find in Dead by
yeah.
Daylight. Another feature that will be also available today for the PTB, and I think that one will be really appreciated.
I think so. I think this one
PTB.
is one of those that players have been asking for quite some time.
That's true.
What's with
so
all
that's
the
preset
short?
loadouts. In the loadout screen now, you will be able to have different saves, up to 3
Shortened
for
words.
the moment, for your offering, perks, add-on, items. So you will be able to adapt your playstyle according to what you want to play.
Exactly. So I mean, if you guys want to create one loadout for goofy perks, one for playing by yourself, one for playing as a team, you just change those with the press of a button. No longer are you looking through, this whole inventory of perks that we have.
Correct? It will be your choice to decide between hardcore and casual games.
That is
Something
so
else, you'll be
cool.
also able to save loadouts for your cosmetics. So if you have different style and you're always like wondering which one to use, well, now it will be extremely useful, easy for you to switch between them. And for both the main menu and the preset loadout, we really think that the two features, they will bring more.
I'm unsure
comfort
if I
and ease for the
understand what they're
player,
saying
and,
because it
we
looked
are
like
really looking into feedback. So please, when you grab
how
the
it looks
PTB
now.
today, share your feedback.
Did I
about
miss
this
something?
new improvement. This will help you to create the best quality of life improvement in the future as well for you. But that's for today. So what is happening for the next upcoming releases?
Right. So for that, we've got some other upcoming features to share with everybody out there. So one of the main ones that we actually announced last year, do you remember? I think we were both there. Was matchmaking incentives. So what we mean when we're talking about this is when players are matchmaking, we try to establish a good ratio of 4 survivors to 1 killer. And whether or not this ratio
Yeah.
is imbalanced one way or another depends on your server, depends on your time of day. So what we are doing is we are providing players with extra blood points to play as the role that is most needed on their server, at that time of day when they're online. Which I
That
think is
makes
gonna
so
be
much more
pretty-
sense.
Pretty useful for our players.
Correct. And with the new layout that we just mentioned, like it will be really easy for the player to see.
I like that.
upfront, like on which
Yeah.
queue they should go if they want to have the less waiting time.
Exactly. As soon as you log in, you're going to know which role needs you the most. So if you're there for BP or if you're there just to have fun with your friends, I mean, really, we're giving you so many more options. I think it's going to be a great experience once this is introduced. Not even that, but while you're in this matchmaking, trying to get that incentive, we are doing what we're calling a game flow refactor. Very techie name, I know, but if we break it down, it's really giving you guys the opportunity to navigate
I'm sorry
around
about
the
Nova.
game
She's
while
talking
you're
a
waiting
little.
in the queue. So when you're waiting in matchmaking, with your friends alone, what have you, you'll now be able to browse the store, check out some really cool outfits, some other areas of game, and even check out the archives.
Still
So if you want
waiting?
to change your challenges or read some lore while you're waiting, that's all up to you.
Yes.
Yeah, and I really love this feature. Because
I
it
really
feels
like that. That
not a
has
big
been a
change,
pain
but
in my
actually
butt
it
for
will
so
just
long.
bring so much comfort,
Especially
and
when you have
remove
long
so much,
loading times.
frustration, that I really like the fact that the navigation will be easy and you won't have any.
Yeah.
It will be more comfortable for you to
Exactly.
navigate.
And so now we're already making it more accessible to get into the archives for players by doing this, by putting the timer for the Rift on the main menu. But we're also doing some more updates to the archives coming later this year. So 2 of the main changes that I think players will appreciate right off the bat is now you can have 1 survivor active challenge and a killer active challenge. So no switching back and forth or anything crazy like this.
Oh,
no
yes. So if you
we'll have a
forget,
survivor challenge equipped and feel like
you
can
still
continue.
Actually, it will be super cool because with the matchmaking.
I keep forgetting when I keep
before,
switching back and
well,
forth.
if you see
So
that the survivor
that's
queue
amazing.
is better for the moment, and you have a killer challenge on, you won't have to go back to the archive, switch the challenge just because you want to go to the survivor queue and
Yeah.
lose time.
But you could queue, and then you could change it, because now we let you. And so what happens
Because
is
now
as
we
you
let
find
you.
a match, we'll give you a notification full screen that you finished whatever you're doing, and then bring you into the match.
I
think that's
appreciate
gonna
that.
be a very fun
I
experience.
I
for
think
players.
that would be good for many
Getting
people.
ahead of ourselves. One of our other big features that we're updating in the archives is your ability to view a full outfit within the Rift. So, I think we've both visited the Rift page quite a bit now that it's been out for a while. So now
Yeah.
if a player selects a piece of a cosmetic from an outfit in that Rift, there's going to be an available button to click to view the full outfit as a preview. So if you're not
Ooh.
keeping up to date with our amazing marketing trailers that are showing off all of these cool renders, you can view it from directly in the game. And then go watch the marketing trailer after, because they do a lot of work on these and they're very cool. Well, we're obviously trying to get
They
a lot
are.
of these changes out for this fall in,
Often.
In one
They
of our
are
upcoming
pretty cool.
archives releases, alongside some other yet to be unannounced archive stuff, which we're keeping a little hush-hush now. But it's the
Hush,
third
hush.
anniversary of the archives, so we're trying to put something really special together for you guys.
Appreciate
We've
it.
got another big feature in the works, and I think
yeah.
I'll let you spill the beans on this one.
Yes, and this one, I think, our player, you are going to love it. So we have decided, do you remember last year when we talked about bots?
Not at all.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will do. So when we talked about bots, actually this year, by the end of the year, we really want to introduce bots in custom match. So the
No.
idea here is we
What?
want to give the player, like if you're missing a friend in a group, if you don't have any friends at all, or if you just want to play chill and try to learn a new killer, well, you will be able to do that in
Okay.
a custom match and just fill out
Okay, that
the
might-
matches with bots.
Now that
So
I'm
that
thinking
will be
about it, that
extremely
might
simpler for you to play.
end up
And we
working.
feel like for some player it could be intimidating to play a new killer.
What do you guys think?
Or to just learn a new
Is it
one.
a good idea?
And this will actually be a safe environment for them to try and remove the pressure that you can have sometime when you're in a real match.
For sure. And it's not just
Maybe
learning a new
all
skill that can be
the
stressful
the
sometimes, but
campers
new
and
maps as
tunnelers
well,
can go
'cause the
in
layouts
and
can be entirely
learn it
different,
with a
new
bot,
routes
so
that you
they
need to
don't
learn.
have to practice
So
on
it's a great way
us.
for players to be able to
Might be a
practice
good
those
idea.
as well. Use an old killer, use old survivors as bots, and just try out whatever map you want.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And this feature is probably the longest
When
one.
is it gonna go
for
live?
online, and we're targeting this
Winter.
for
Okay.
this one to be out. And we
I-
can't wait.
I'm super excited for this one.
I am
It's
too.
so
I'm a
long
bad
for
killer, so I'm
winter,
looking forward to it.
but now I'm
And I
excited.
think you still have two features.
Hi,
that you would like to
Chris.
talk
Welcome
about
in.
this
How are
today.
you
So
doing?
these ones are a bit smaller, but I think
Oshiman,
our players and
it's
streamers
Tuesday,
will also
sorry.
be interested on both of these. So the first one I'll discuss is what we're
This
calling
is
streamer mode
the
or
6 years
anonymous mode.
anniversary
Still undecided, still in
broadcasts
development.
that
The
we
name will
are
change.
just watching.
But the basic
So
premise
yeah,
of
it's
this
some
is to
kind
make
of
sure that all
talk
our
show
players
where
feel
they're
safe as
going
they're playing
through
the game.
a lot of the new
So whether
stuff for
it's
Dead by
hearing your
Daylight.
name or the name of your
But yeah, welcome
friends
in.
as they're playing, so that no toxic players or ne'er-do-wells inside or outside the game can find it and
Okay.
target you in some way.
And for the security, that's a huge plus as well.
Yeah,
Let me
absolutely.
know
So
when
we just want our
it's,
players to feel safe as they're
A
playing our
good
game, and
volume.
We hope that this is a great tool to actually let them do it.
Is this fine?
Now,
Can
the
you
other
still hear
feature
me?
is, I guess, all about the survivors not feeling so safe, which is our updated
I love
wheel
the
system.
emotes.
So if you've been paying attention to Dead by Daylight, I know we have,
Great.
talking to you, for the past few months, we've been testing out our updated system under our beta tab, so players were able to opt in and try it out. So whereas previously the wiggle system was mashing two buttons back and forth,
But yeah,
keyboard controller,
what have
whatever
you
chose,
been doing?
Now it's instead a skill
And thank
check.
you for stopping by. I appreciate
So
it.
During the beta, we were all listening to a lot of our player feedback, so our design team has really taken that into account. And with those changes, we're going to make it a permanent feature in the future.
And on behalf of the team, really thank you for using the beta tabs. It was really, really useful for us to collect all this information and to see how you feel about new changes that
The wiggle
we just
system.
want to make sure that all the changes that we introduce in the game are the correct.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know
yeah.
we all love the PTB, being able to try out new content, but this let us really bring in all
It's
of our
actually a
console
Dead by
players
Daylight
who have
thing.
been asking for
Wiggle,
in,
wiggle. That butt.
all of their input, especially
But yeah,
given that it was very
That's a good one as
controller-heavy,
well.
is really appreciated.
And sometimes we just need more time also to get the feedback.
It certainly helps. So with all of these, we also have some other smaller features that we weren't really able to fit in here. So head on over to our website at deadbydaylight.com to read a bit more after the segment.
Okay.
And we really hope you guys
After
you're
the
excited
broadcast.
about all the features that we announced today. I know we are, and we expect that you will enjoy this this anniversary with us. And
We
hope
are.
you a very
We're enjoying
good
it very
Dead by Daylight
much.
experience here.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the broadcast, everybody.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
My name's Jason. I'm a fog whisperer, and to me, Dead by Daylight is more than just a game. It's a lifestyle. I'm heading to a parkour gym to work with professional tag athletes. I want to learn how I can apply my DVD skills in real life.
Oh no.
Do you ever just
Oh no, that's
crouch at the chaser?
this is
to get
gonna
them
be
angry?
be fun.
World Chase Tag is a team-on-team competition where one team throws in a chaser, one team throws in an invader, and the one rule is don't get caught.
Don't get caught. I have a feeling he has maybe not done this before.
When I'm being chased, vaulting is a pretty powerful evasion tool.
Yeah, vaulting gives you a very easy way of getting an
This
obstacle
looks so cool.
between you or whoever's chasing you.
I could never do it, but
So,
oh jeez.
What about slow vaults?
Slow vaults? I love this. This is amazing.
To see my full training adventure, head to the Dead by Daylight YouTube page later this week.
Okay, not tonight, but that looked fun. Like, do you know that thing where you know you can't do it, but when you see other people do it, you kind of want to try? That was me right now. And I would break something. Most likely some of me, not stuff, but break a bone somewhere. Get another concussion. That would be me. But it looks so nice. Parkour!
The killer is in pursuit. What do you do? A. Drop the pallet.
Pallet?
B. Use dead hard.
Never used it hard.
C. Loop forever.
Trying to.
Or D. Crouch furiously.
Drop a pallet. Sometimes. Looping. Try to very much. Not that good at it. But what are we going with? Are we going with C or D? What am I doing most? Okay. We are saying C because I tried to, but I suck at it, so I might go down. But we are trying to loop. Oh, another one. GG. GIGXLM 3G. I got it this time. Another code for you guys. For all of us. We are gonna enter Dead by Daylight after the broadcast and putting all these codes in.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Ashley, the associate producer on Dead by Daylight. I'm joined by Xavier, our
Art director.
and also Rose, our project manager. A big part of what makes Dead by Daylight so great are the characters.
I'm ready.
And telling the stories is one of the best part of our job.
There you go,
While a lot
TV.
of storytelling is happened through lore, there's also a way for us to tell the story through the art and the visual. Today, we want to share with you a bit about the process of the collection that inspires us. We want to break some news about new announcement of a brand new collection we've been anxious to share with you guys for a while.
What
Yes, thank you,
collection?
Josh. Well, let's take a moment to talk about like what's behind the several outfits and collection we provide to players during the year. So,
Okay, so now
artistically,
they
the approach is different when we work on our own contents and when we work with licenses. When we do our own, we often look this as a way to put our own spin to icons and events everybody's familiar with.
yeah, okay.
A great example is the Halo Blight collection. It's really our take on Halloween. you know, rather than creating
Is it from something?
cosmetics around traditional vampires, witches, werewolves, we decided to do something more unique, to tell a unique story, and we have like
Speedy
our killers.
vampire
we made them
goblin.
story more horrific due to a substance linked to the entity.
Oh, what?
The result, I think, is unexpected, more original. The lore and art direction have been reinforced at the same time.
I actually don't
and,
know his
we
lore.
get to celebrate Halloween in a way that's very true to Dead by Daylight.
So on
Those
my
skin
side, the
are
product goal is
kinda
to create
creepy.
collections like this for all seasons. These
Yeah.
collections would be something that we could return to and add to every year, but on our own terms, in a way that's creative for Xavier, but also not feeling like too generic or too easy.
Maybe Joash, you could share with us the different steps on the production to create these visuals.
Sure thing. So as you know, Rose got a good idea of what the type of collection that she wants. So afterward, I think the first step is to talk to the narrative team. The idea behind it is to make sure that we have a good idea and make sure also like it's kind of related to the character. So the cosmetic that we want is related to the character, the story background, and the lore. Afterward, we need to talk to the concept artists. They're the one who are going to put on paper pretty much with the art director and the concept art to put on paper pretty much the idea that we want as cosmetics. So also this is the time for us to put in detail what we want. So meaning like the accessories, the detail, and the type of material that we want. Once we're done, the character team can use those concepts to start their modeling phase. So pretty much to have the 3D model ready.
We take all the layers
So in the
and
case
put them
of
in
the festival, we created
mixing
this
pot.
in tribute to the Mid-Autumn Festival that is celebrated in so many Asian countries. And it is our own DBD-specific event that boasts like concerts
I
and
really like that one.
celebrations that are surrounding the full fire moon. And
Yeah.
it's a celebration of life and also a reflection
Full
of
fire
content.
moon.
So another part
I love
of
that
creating
concept.
this event ourselves was to be able to include a wider variety of characters into the collection. So, for example, those that didn't
I
have
really
Asian
like that one as well. I've
Talk
actually
also about
been
licenses,
thinking
because
about saving up for it.
Today, right now, we have something really important to share with the fans. Right, Rose?
Yeah, indeed. So another interesting part of working on these collections is being able to work with existing licenses as well.
Yeah,
so we're able to
give us
introduce
more
new stories
outfits,
and
please.
other brands that we love also into the world of Dead by Daylight. Speaking of which, anime and mangas are widely requested
It's okay.
from our fans around the world.
Thank you for stopping
And
by,
we're really
TB. I
excited
appreciate
to
it,
be
and
able to
thank you for
announce
the sub.
today a new collection that's right around the corner, when that marks
GGs.
DBD's first major
Have some good
crossover
games.
with an anime title. So without further ado,
Collection coming soon. Attack on Titan?
So many of us on Dead by Daylight team
Attack
are
on
big fan of
Titan.
anime, especially Attack on Titan. The process of creating new outfit based on the new collection based on Dead by Daylight has been really, really exciting. We're thrilled to be including 10 different outfits for both survivor and killers. And also, we need to say some surprise for.
Could
for
we
later on.
get
I
it
think
for
we can
some
still
survivors
give
and
some
killers
glimpse
that
of the
normally
concept art
don't
for Attack on Titan.
get
Yeah.
outfits?
Because,
Maybe.
you know, working on Attack on Titan was a great challenge, but really exciting one. First, we had to assimilate like the iconic aspect of the 2D art direction from the show and adapt it on 3D, making sure like the characters remain themselves even if applied on DBD characters. And because they are not legendary outfits, the goal was not to reskin them and transform them into something way too different from our more realistic art direction. So we then came with bigger eyes, etc. We felt it more like, okay, we could create like great cosplay of this character. Our mindset was more, what if our DBD characters were part of the Attack on Titan universe? And from who are they closer in their personalities and appearances? So it was really important for us to select some of our favorite characters. from Attack on Titan, and so we could focus on
Some
some
new
aspect of each
costumes.
to match our DVD
If I could speak, that would be
personality.
great.
We have Eren, one of the hero of the show, and we have
Dwight.
Dwight, in a sense, is one of our heroes.
Oh,
also on
he
DVD.
doesn't need any
Here
more
since years, and
freaking
we kept the
outfits.
details of Dwight, like having the iconic glasses, the messy hair,
Ah.
and even with the equipment of Attack on Titan, we made sure like the equipment isn't straight, and we have like nothing's perfect because it's Dwight.
Yeah,
We
Dwight.
have NG. For her, it was easier because we have Zarina also, and it was a perfect match. She's a scientist that investigates on Titans, and
I'm gonna get
Zarina,
it.
like they are both
I need it.
very inquisitive and investigators that worked well. To keep the details of Zarina herself, we gave her eye patch, but not the glasses because she doesn't wear glasses. The Armor Titan. He's
Makes
there,
sense.
you know, we have it as an ultra rare cosmetic for the Oni.
Yeah.
And not only was a good match because we apply this skin in one of our largest killer of the game, but also we were able to use his crystal form for the rage mode. And while the base of the crystals are blue in the show, we tinge them with a red VFX to represent the traditional Oni blood rage for the game.
That's it for us. We hope you enjoyed the behind the look scene and also our new collection that we just showed you. Of course, we're going to keep an eye for more Attack on Titan news.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
신서워 사사게요.
Oh, I love her. She's cute. What is this? Is she... New survivor incoming! Oh, I like her. Love the hair. And that must be a new map as well. Lights on the ceiling, wall. Not creepy. Not creepy at all. Okay. A bit creepy. Is that from something? Roots of Dread. I don't think that's licensed.
Hi everyone.
So that could be
Dave
cool.
Richard, creative director on Dead by Daylight, and I am super glad to be here today to share the newest content for our latest chapter.
Yes, please.
And of course to celebrate the 6th anniversary of Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
The tradition is to tell you all the content that's going to be in the chapter. And this time we're quite excited. We're changing the recipe a little bit, and we're doing an original chapter. So this new chapter is called Roots of Dread, and it's a full chapter. It contains a new survivor, a new killer,
a new map.
A new map within a new realm of the entity. That's quite exciting. So the story for the chapter revolves around a town, a perfect town. Well, a town that seems to be perfect. But of course, the residents are hiding something terrible. They're hiding secrets and a darkness. And when that darkness starts to bubble up to the surface, it creates our newest killer, the Dredge. Let's talk about it a little bit. So the Dredge is inspired by the Boogeyman, a story that is global and is known around many cultures. It's a domestic fear. It's a monster that is really close to us, that is in our familiar environment, inside our house, under our bed, in our wardrobes.
No,
and that's the type of creature we wanted to feature and create.
That sounds so scary.
It is the physical representation of the darkness of the whole town, of their secrets. And it is a weird and strange creature, a monster. It has an impossible biology featuring various limbs, heads, different parts. It is emotionless, and it's impossible to plead for your life when in front of this creature. We wanted to make sure to create a
But we all know there will be this
It's a
one
bit like
mech
when you're
somewhere
having a nightmare.
trying
You
to
know it was
befriend
super
this
scary when you wake up,
thing.
but you can't exactly put your
Just
finger
so
on
you know.
what it was that you've seen.
Or a
The
fang.
visual design of
That could
the Dredge
also
is
be a
quite unique.
possibility.
It's a first for Dead by Daylight killers. It's a monster recreated by different limbs, different heads.
Does it have more than
claws,
one head?
pincers,
Was it just
tentacles, and we wanted to
craniums?
make sure that you, the player, would be able to customize as you wanted this monster. What's really cool as well for the cosmetic is that we are able to explore themes that are organic, but also constructs, like this amazing cosmetic that features dolls. All right, now let's move on to the power of the Dredge. So when playing the Dredge, we wanted you to feel like you're the embodiment of darkness, of fear itself. We wanted to recreate that feeling of a monster that's really close to us, that lives in your house. And so there are two phases to the power. The first phase is the ability to use lockers to teleport from and to. So, of course, this is great for map movement. You'll be able to travel the map really quickly. But it's also great to surprise survivors that are nearby lockers, and even survivors that are hiding inside the lockers. The second phase of the power is called Night Cycle, and this is where it gets really interesting. So based on action the Dredge will make and some passive abilities, the Night Cycle will build on the survivor. When it is finally completed, Night Cycle will trigger, and a darkness will engulf the survivor.
Oh no!
This darkness makes it very difficult to navigate, especially in chases. And the only thing the survivor can see in the distance will be the Dredge itself. That's really creepy, and will for sure make the survivor make mistakes.
What about all the pilots?
Of course, the Dredge comes with 3 unique perks.
I need to see this in
We won't go
action.
into the details of these perks today, but I can say that they are themed around chaos, secrets, and corruption.
Okay, so just
Okay,
a
now
normal
let's move
Dead
on
by
to
Daylight
our
day.
newest survivor. She's called Hattie Core, and you might know her from some archive entry that appeared in the past. She appeared 3 times in the archive, actually. So Hattie has a dual heritage. She is born in northern India, but was raised by her adoptive family in Quebec. And so this will be an interesting background to explore through our different cosmetic and also through future archive entries. Addie has a very unique ability to see bleeds. These are areas of the world where the entity's influence
Okay, I'm still here.
intersect
I just have
with our
to
world.
fix the light.
And so Hattie had her share of paranormal adventures
Oh,
and
that sounds
encounters
cool.
with dreadful beasts from the entity's world, strange creature.
Don't you
Actually,
steal
we
it?
can see on her body all sort of scratch and marks from these encounters. Of course, Addie will come with 3 unique perks added to the roster of abilities that the survivors are able to equip and use.
Oh, jeez.
These are themed around paranormal insight, proficiency with occult items, and her own temerity. And finally, let's talk about the map. So this time around, we're really excited to introduce a new realm for this chapter. So really, we are going back to the roots of horror, to a classic, something that we see numerous times into different horror novels, movies, and other horror material. And this is a small American town. So we wanted to make sure that we created something domestic, something familiar.
Why does
And so for the
everything
Dredge
creepy
map
has
called
to
The Garden
be
of
based in
Joy,
the US?
We are featuring one of the house of the perfect town that we talked about earlier. This house looks perfect from the outside.
That
It is
looks like
a
something
ghost sitting in
from
the
The
middle
Sims.
of a gloomy forest created by the
Pretty,
entity.
but yeah.
And when you go inside that house, you'll see how twisted and wrong it is. Just like the residents that are
Upside
hiding
down.
all of this darkness in secret. What's really cool about this new realm is that in the future, we will be able to explore it again, but in other contexts than in the Dredge perfect town. So this realm is built from different memories, from different characters. And so we'll be able to explore different cities wrapped inside that same realm. All right, that was the whole content of our newest chapter, Roots of Dread. I hope you are as
I
excited
love this
as us
view.
to try
She
this
is
new
gonna be
content.
so badass.
You'll be able to do so right after this event as we go live on the PTB. The chapter will
Good.
become available to all on June 7th. So thank you again for listening today, and thank you for an incredible year of Dead by Daylight.
That is neat. That
Hey,
is.
what's up, y'all? This is Dr. Italo Brown, emergency
Did he say
physician.
July or June?
This is Dead by Daylight.
I think he said June 7th. Stabby stab. Nope. Okay.
So why is this person sitting? Oh, now that's actually kind of dope. It looks like he was injured.
We're
or
just
something,
rubbing
and
his
she came through it
shoulders.
and rubbed this man's back.
Yeah.
Look, if we could start prescribing back rubs in the emergency department, I promise you, I would let the thing fly. Everybody, you get a back rub. You get a back rub.
Everybody gets a back rub.
Oprah level stuff. You know, it's actually funny because there is evidence that back rubs help. They help physiologically. People say that.
Maybe
it
not on
lowers heart
stab
rate, lowers
wounds.
blood pressure.
Just saying.
Curative back rub for everybody. All right, let's get it popping. Next video.
But who knows? Maybe back rubs is the new thing.
Yo, I've seen it. All in your back.
I feel like this guy has never played Dead by Daylight.
No, wait a minute. All right.
We're jumping off that hook.
Pause. One. This man got thrown on a hook. And I've seen this in a bunch of different movies. So it's really accurate. You know, these like butcher hooks are real. Obviously, if someone ended up on one, it was intentional, in my opinion. From that angle, I'm pretty sure
I think it was intentional
one of the ventricles of the heart,
by the killer.
Right? So the heart, we know it's like this, right? That left ventricle is kind of posterior and sits to the side as if I took a football and held it, you know, with the laces kind of downward, right? So if that goes through that left ventricle, man, he's dead. There ain't no pulling yourself up off of it. Either no, sir.
Don't spoil it.
He's not walking away from this at all. That's a fact. If you're enjoying this analysis, make sure you head
But
over
we
to
are
Dead
running
by
out the
Daylight's
gate.
YouTube channel for the full video
Mister.
later on this week, okay? Happy 6th anniversary, y'all. Peace.
Peace. Peace out. Again with the shots. I still like the cat shirts better. Just saying. Cats and dogs collection. Oh. What on the doctor? Are we gonna have esport Dead by Daylight? Or what?
A lit hex totem. What do you do? A. Disassemble it. B. Leave it be. Probably haunted ground. C. Turn it into a boon totem. D. Point at it, but let your teammates deal with it.
Oh no. Again, we know me. If it's lit, it's gonna be kicked. That doesn't rhyme. I'm sorry. I had a big ass rhyme for it at some point. But yeah, it's gonna go. No matter what. And if it's spirit, we are just gonna cross our fingers and hope that it's not haunted grounds. Most likely it is, but I'm still removing it. Sadly. Embarrassingly. We know. We know me. And everyone else agrees. Just saying. Everyone else does it. It's not just me. I'm not the bad guy here. What is that? Hi, Spooky! Mwah! And Piggy!
Hey there, everybody.
Hiya.
I'm Justin, one
How
of the
are
product
you?
managers on
Welcome
Dead by
in.
Daylight. Still stuck in this fog from earlier, but this time joined by a new partner.
We
Hi,
are
I'm May.
listening
I am
into
a
all the
Twitch
exciting
lurking,
new
dog
stuff
snuggling
for this year.
influencer manager on Dead by Daylight.
So, since the Dead by Daylight anniversary wouldn't be the same without a celebration in the fog, both May and myself are here to share with you what's going on for the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary in-game event. So, last year we had a really fun one, but the team has taken a hard look at what worked and what didn't, and we're trying
They're
to find
coming
ways
up
to
with
take it
some
even
real
further for
great
the 6th
stuff
anniversary,
coming
which is actually starting
within the
on
next year.
Our real anniversary.
They
this
just
year. So the event
announced
starts
a new
on June
Killer
16th.
and
I think it's
Survivor
really cool.
and map.
So for the theme this year,
And I think
Fog
it's
is going to
coming
be
out the
celebrating something
7th of
called
June. It
Twisted
might be
Masquerade.
July, but I think
Now,
it was
this is meant to be
June.
a
So
real
that's cool.
party in the world of Dead by Daylight that's being hosted in
So,
the
yeah.
entity's name by someone lurking in the shadows, I've heard.
And we have gotten a few
Everyone loves the masquerades, so we've really
Dead by
tried to
Daylight
run with the
codes.
theme and take our
So
decorations to the next
after
level.
the
As you
broadcast,
might have already
we
noticed in this
we will
broadcast, we've added this
put them
gorgeous
in
midnight blue to our usual
in the
black
Discord
and gold
and
color palette, and
here
you'll
on
see
chat.
it all over the entity's realm during this event. We're also reskinning the Killer Shack and the exit gates, and there's going to be some really cool, creepy effects because of it. Expect the entire fog to be decked out to the nines.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we're decorating for really the first time. Like,
But why?
proving
Did I
how
just talk
big this
over
whole
something
celebration
important?
Really is. We really want
Celebrating
this to feel
what?
like a party and a celebration. So everything is really going to play on this masquerade theme in some interesting ways, beginning with our anniversary cosmetics. So last year was the second year that we actually did the Crown Collection, where mechanic-wise, players would run around, find pedestals, and collect a crown for that specific character. But this year, with this masquerade theme, we wanted to find ways that we could really push it further and deliver an even bigger payoff when it came to the cosmetics that you'd be able to collect.
So while you'll still be hunting down pedestals in your trial, this time you're going to be grabbing invitations to the Twisted Masquerade. Collecting those invitations will earn you one of 12 possible cosmetics as Killer or Survivor. And since we're going to a masquerade, it's going to be beautiful hand-designed masks. Last year, while you
they
could
are
earn
so
cosmetics
pretty.
for every single
Oh,
original
my
character,
face is in the
it was
way.
the same crown for each and every one of them. We feel like that's run its course, and we wanted to do something a little more special this year. This year, we're focusing on one original
gonna grab
survivor
me just
and one
so
killer for every year.
if I have
Dead
to
by
remove
Daylight.
myself,
The
I
mask
will.
you earn will only be wearable for that specific character because it's tailor-made to suit their personality and style. The
That
masks
is so
are
cool.
also going to be earned randomly.
We're
so
gonna
even
play
if
so
you're playing
much
as
Dead by
Dwight, you
Daylight.
might earn one for
I'm sorry,
every tier of
guys.
the Spirit.
And I mean, if you guys
I'm not
have actually
sorry.
seen
Sorry,
it
not
on the
sorry.
table, that's Dwight.
So while we are focusing on a smaller subset of characters, they're going to make much more meaningful additions to your collection and look pretty sweet if I do say so myself.
Absolutely.
And you
I mean,
do.
I've had to resist just putting this one on and
Say
trying to run
so.
away with it. Been told many times I can't take it home with me, so I'll have to settle for
Bugger.
just earning it in-game. And similar to what we did for our Halloween event, the Midnight Grove, the 6th anniversary will also include an event tome. So what's great about this is we're going to have 2 full levels of challenges and lore that's directly tied to the Twisted Masquerade.
It's
And one big addition in this is going to be the community challenges. So last year, if you were around doing our community challenges, we were communicating on this via
I'm
our
holding
social
it.
media
I'm
channels.
holding it.
And we feel like the players really enjoyed this, but we want to bring it a little closer to you directly in-game.
There'll be an entire top track.
But is it gonna
dedicated to
be
these
at the same
community
time
challenges.
as the Rift?
On that,
Like
you can
they
track
did
both the global progression of everyone making effort towards these community
Like
challenges
they did before?
and your own direct contributions. Your own direct contributions are important because you're going to have to work and you can't just take advantage of everyone else's hard work.
Okay, so that
exactly,
is
but while the players are waiting for the community to catch
Twisted
up so that they
Masquerade.
can go on to the next challenge, there will be a set of personal challenges below on each level that you can
how
work towards.
is 2 levels
And, I mean, these
gonna
are
take
also give you
70
a
days?
little bit more background on what's happening for the story behind the scenes of the archives and of the Twisted Masquerade. I mean, you're going to be earning event cosmetics
Maybe,
either way,
maybe,
so definitely take
maybe.
the time, try to finish all of them.
So what about Dredge and Hattie? Are they getting something for this masquerade?
So since these are actually our 2 new characters coming in,
of course,
it's important that we're treating them as our guests of honor for the Twisted Masquerade. So if you've seen from any of the content that we're sharing, both Dredge and Hattie are getting full outfits themed for the event that you can unlock, split between the
I love
community goals
the
and the
India
personal goals. So if you want all of it, you have to do both.
style
and they're really
of
worth
this.
getting, so I suggest you do.
Yeah, the
And we
new
also
killer
have
is
some very cool, very gross charms.
he forgot the spa
like this
day.
6th anniversary rancid
So,
cupcake.
yeah.
A pop-up card. My personal favorite, a skull with
It
a
is
little party
cool.
in it.
And that's definitely a reminder of the last person who tried to bring a party hat into the fog.
You try and
Anthony
stop
doesn't
me.
like fun. So for a few final touches on the event, we're bringing back some things from last year that worked really well, like our loading screens with developer comments and selected art. So as
Good
you're
idea.
loading up into your game, you're going to see quotes from wacky folks like myself, May, and others, and really bring you a bit closer to the really cool people who worked on Dead by Daylight. On top of this, we're going to be bringing back our daily discounted Shrine of Secrets. So instead of it cycling on a weekly basis, we're going to be changing all of the perks every single day and be providing you a discount. So it costs less iridescent shards for every single perk available during the event. On top of that, because we know you guys love
What does that mean?
We're going to be doing a weekend blood hunt event. And then, again, still not done, we're going to be giving a lot of login currencies. So, if that's not enough blood points for you, not enough rift fragments, not enough iridescent shards, players will be able to earn more of these just by logging in.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the time to save your pennies for a rainy day. There's so much fun stuff to get. Take advantage. But
We
now,
want
on
you
behalf
to
of
buy
everyone, I
more.
just want to say thanks again for another amazing year of Dead by Daylight. And we'll see you in the fog on June 16th for the Twisted Masquerade.
We'll see you there.
June 16. Okay, so the survivors must come at 7th of June. June 6th. I'm horrible with the American timelines. Okay. Dead by Daylight Mobile, okay. We don't play that here. It's scary. Yeah, of course, there has to be something for the players. But yeah, there's coming so much fun stuff. For those of you who weren't here earlier, they are opening up, so I can't... They didn't say specific when, but they're opening up for a new menu. Instead of being horizontal, it's gonna be straight up and down, the first thing you come into. And when you are waiting, you will be able to go in and check the archive. You will be able to... Okay, and we will tune back to this after this.
So we had a big update in Japan at the end of April, and the results are amazing. We want
Just
to
interrupting me.
Release this to the rest of the world too. In the United States, there will be a closed beta test in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. You should know there's going to be quite a lot of new features in this version of the game. Leaderboards, quick matches, team
Are we still
system.
talking mobile? I think we're still talking mobile.
Many aspects
Okay.
of the game. There's going to be
If that's the case,
improvements on the performance, fluidity of gameplay, and the control layout.
then we can
and
go
the new
back.
player tutorial.
We are gonna be able
Also,
to,
there's gonna be
while
some brand
loading
new
in a
rewards
game,
added
while
and
being in
some
the
unique
lobby, waiting for a game, going and
More
check
news
the
are gonna be
archive,
coming very
go and check the store. We will be able to have two challenges selected, one for killer, one for survivor. There will be you don't want spoilers. Spoilers for what? Yeah, this is I have no idea. Dating sim. Ah, coming this summer. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What the actual?
If you had told me when we launched this game that I'd be here 6 years later with my feet in the sand, announcing a Dead by Daylight dating.
But yeah, if you are gonna lag and play a game, that's completely fine, Spooky. I appreciate you being here.
I'm excited to be able to announce that Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim, is quickly coming.
It's not a joke.
It's a crazy idea. It's an absurd concept. But,
it's not a joke, guys.
We are always looking for new ways to tell our Dead by Daylight stories. And our fans have shown us over the years just how thirsty they are for more background and more stories about our characters.
What?
So last year we did an official community survey exploring new ways potentially of expanding the universe of Dead by Daylight. And
I'm
I think
confused.
The third one was
Give us trick to...
And that was a surprise, but
no.
You know what? We decided to go for it. This was a tall order. We needed to find the right people to do this.
I need to understand what the actual
really
fuck is going on.
Properly, so that it didn't turn out as insane as it sounds.
Yeah.
So we decided to go with some
Keep talking.
specialists out there. Some people that made a little game called I Love You, Colonel Sanders. That was very well received. And I'm very happy to have with me today Alexei from PsyOp to talk a little bit. He's the creative director for the upcoming Dead by Daylight dating sim.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited that I got to create such a unique take on such a really serious and kind of grim world and bring it into a little bit of hearts and butterflies and shine some rosy warm light on
Is this going to be some kind of dating simulator?
So yes, you're absolutely right. We created a very grim universe.
This is better than what my brain made in my head. I was seriously thinking there was going to be some kind of dating site
I like to say
for
that,
Dead by Day
when
players.
Making a project that seems as off-kilter and unexpected as this, the big gimmick for me is that there is no gimmick. It is a serious game that we take really seriously when we create it.
Yes.
And we treat all
very
of the characters
seriously.
With a sense of humor, but with sort of deep respect as well, so that we can make a really compelling game that does justice to the expectations that fans have and the expectations that these characters would have if they were slightly more real.
So it's a matter of really finding a new, interesting context in which these characters can actually express a different side of themselves.
Yeah. So, the story that we're creating is very much not a canon story for the Dead by Daylight
Important
universe.
to put it out there.
Want to make
Just
sure that's
saying.
clear. That being said, we want to create something that really does justice to the truths that have been established. So we started someplace as far away as we could by thinking about, what is the brightest and happiest kind of take on this world?
We will check the clips after the broadcast. I don't want to interrupt it. It's live.
Back into that main core experience of what's going through these killers or survivors' minds at any given moment. And
first and last time I did that on stream.
Together and see what kind of crazy stuff comes from it.
So obviously one of the main questions that people have is what characters from Dead by Daylight will I be able to interact with in this?
Sure. Well, leaning into that kind of sitcom or anime kind of cliches and tropes and then kind of turning them on their head, we decided to take 4 killers, since killers are the most monstrous and inhuman characters in the world, and make them as human as we could. By assigning 4 kind of typical TV trope archetypes to them. So we've got the Trapper, who is standing in as the jock.
Understand.
We've got the Huntress, who is standing in as the Overachiever.
This might end up
Wraith, who is playing the nerd.
as a kink
and we've got
for some
the Spirit,
people.
who is the goth.
Apparently it already has.
Amazing.
Is that...
And it's interesting also as a take, because those sort of archetypes, those cliches from horror movies from forever ago are things that we tried to
very
erase,
interesting.
but we tried to avoid when we did Dead by Daylight, especially on the survivor side. We had them much more be humans and relatable. So it's really interesting to see those things that are very important to the horror genre be represented in this.
Yeah,
we are spicing up the mood here with some
and what we
a fireplace in the background.
As deep as we could into the lore and talk so much with your team is that all of these killers come from a really human place to begin with. They've all suffered some sort of trauma or some sort of really dark thing in their past.
Let's bring them back
kind of comedy
to before they decided to just kill everyone.
It was just like pretty wild. So we had a lot of fun with it.
Very cool. And who, as the player, like it was an interesting choice to figure out who the player would be in this scenario.
Well, we want to let the player play as themselves. So this is an interactive branching story, and you will get to make decisions that define who
I
you
want to
are.
date
There
this
is no
one.
canon version of yourself, and we thought that that was a great way to really do justice to.
I'm
the
sorry,
huge
I
amount
can't
of,
take this
diversity and
completely
variety
seriously.
in the Dead by Daylight audience.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to make sure that the four
This
killers
just
who you
seems
get to romance really represent four
But I'm
very
sure,
different types of relationships, and you get to be yourself and see which
fandoms
killer
is out
right
there.
for you as you make honest decisions in response to some terribly strange questions.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A very important.
This is actually
of
gonna
also
be
building that world and really
so
giving the ambiance,
odd that I might actually want to
the
try it when it
gravitas
comes out.
needed, is the
Just-
music. And
Just
you
fun
got a really cool
experiment
opportunity in there.
here on
Yeah,
stream.
we worked directly with Michelle, the composer for Dead by Daylight.
Not me.
To make sure that even though we took this to a very different sonic place of marimba and steel drums and some jazz flute solos or Spanish guitar, we still got to express that kind of core DNA of Dead by Daylight and give people something that's new and unique, but also kind of true to the original game that they love so deeply.
Yeah, Michel was kind of happy to be able to try his hand at a few different styles that he hadn't. And I think he surprised both of us with the jazz flute.
Okay.
It may
Is he
seem like an
French?
odd thing to say about something that sounds and looks so different, but we wanted to make sure that it really feels fresh but authentic.
Hi, Sumadin, welcome in.
Well,
How are you
thank
doing?
so
How's your
much for
Tuesday
taking the
going?
time to join us here in sunny Montreal.
We are just
for this,
watching the
little,
6th
beach
anniversary
moment.
of Dead
I
by
can say
Daylight
that this is one
live.
of the most out there things that we've ever done.
So
I'm very, very
I hope you
excited about
want to
this.
join us.
You obviously want more details. There will be more information coming, but for now,
We
you
are
should know
gonna
you'll be able
talk
to get your
after-
little hands on.
I'm
Hooked
coming
on You,
to-
a Dead by Daylight dating sim this summer on
I'm
Steam.
commenting in.
And if you do
I
that,
can speak.
you'll also get
I make
a
comments
unique
on
charm
this,
in Dead by Daylight after that.
while
Now,
they
thank you again to
they
all of
talk,
our fans.
but
Thank you for
most of the
making this
chat, me
possible for
talking,
us.
is
And for
most
once,
likely
I will
being
say, I'll see you
after the
on beach.
broadcast. And we just got introduced to this new thing that's coming up called Dead by Daylight.
We're almost done here, but we have one
dating.
more question for you. What would you like us to wrap the show
And it
with?
is as weird as you
A,
just think.
some more new content?
Hi, Gula. Welcome in.
surprise?
Hi. I appreciate you being here. What should we wrap up the show with? More new content or special surprise? What do we want, guys? A special surprise or more new content? A special surprise, I think it's gonna be. I'm not able to type anything because my phone don't like me. It hates me. Okay, didn't get to do this.
Well, that's a wrap for our 6th anniversary broadcast. And to an amazing year of Dead by Daylight.
But yeah, it's,
I hope you enjoyed yourself. The PTB for our latest chapter, The Roots of Dread, is live now. So
It's
go
like-
try it. Have fun. Again, a huge thank you to our
Yeah,
entire
no.
team.
We are gonna
and to
talk about
you,
it
our
in just
amazing community. You know, time really flies. It seems like just yesterday that during our 5th anniversary, we revealed to you that we were going to do a Resident Evil chapter. Your reaction was so good at the time
yes.
that we wondered, why stop there?
Oh yeah, they're gonna update the Resident Evil map. So if that's the surprise, then they kind of broke it earlier. But what is this? What is this? Resident Evil Project W coming soon. What does that mean? Are we getting more characters? Oh, how cute are they? Yeah, exactly, Spooky. Just give us all the good stuff so we can get more outfits. Mint crust. Okay, so we are just going through all the people here, or all the people involved in the game's production. Oh, that's cute. Spirit and a kitty. Shell looks like creepy monsters like, oh. Yes. But they are cute. Look like Mac. Oh. Yeah. It's awesome.
You know, your classic horror characters that you... Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Blinded him, I stunned him, so I was able to run away.
We all did that the first time. Okay. Hello, Nemesis.
Your family photo, okay?
Smile for the camera.
Was the guy?
Peekaboo. 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 Oh. When the hitbox actually would have been able to hit you through that.
Gift 20 subs if the hatch spawns right here.
It does. Oh.
Spawn, du Scheißding.
Oh, damn. Bye-bye.
Gotcha. Love how that looks. Love that.
Oh. All the fun times. In the oh, no. The zombies. Coming out doing Nemesis dirty work. Just like that.
What? No way.
Oh, yes, way.
Go, dude.
That's a quick slap. How is he going this fast?
Oh, is he he's sentencing people.
Killer must select 3 packs.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
Honorable mention to Judge Bubba.
I didn't get to read that. We love the when stuff like that happens, where the killer just ends up falling.
Stay away from that, ma'am. Do not touch my bone.
Oh, he's got blood warden, baby.
Oh, my bones.
Oh, let's go.
Are we gonna see? No, okay. Bye.
Yeah. Somebody in the locker. No, that one. That one.
Oh. I've seen her around on TikTok. She's so funny. Oh, bye, bitch.
What is he expecting from this?
We are jumping. Yeah, that's a bad loop for Freddy. No! No! You beast! Granny!
Oh, my second
Hello? Anonymous with a $500 dono? Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my god, that was iconic. I'm so happy we were able to see that live.
When Myers lost track and you start hunting Myers,
And a little higher.
that's the good time. He doesn't understand where all the scratch marks is coming from, but you are right behind him.
Better.
아니, 자세 너무 어려워.
Oh, that's a great cosplay.
do it.
The box. You opened it.
You opened it. I came. Since we have the dating site now, I came. Might have a different tune to it. Oh. Hello, Blight. What? Oh. This is I love this.
Why did I do that?
Yeah, I have no clue.
But why? If I get this, bro.
Dancing huntress. Okay, fine. Odstava.
No, leave me.
A boy. Oh, that's so me. That's so me. Oh, I've done that way too many times. Queen.
Oh, someone clip that.
Evil? Did I miss something? Someone? Queen Evo. Oh. I overlooked the name.
ゆっくりなチェイスしてるなこれ。いやこれスローモーションなのかな。
Hi, Myers.
You a spanking?
And we are hoping they are bringing this back to December. That was so fun. Oh, the drag queen. Okay, I didn't know the person, so.
Bill, get your Bill, please.
The hat.
Bill.
Someone did not understand the assignment. Oh, these are also fun.
Well.
Oh, wonder why.
Ew, and I stink. Oh, great, you're here to unhook me.
I just did my nails, so you can understand my situation.
Yeah, no problem. I guess there are
Me.
others like Felix. I'd unhook you, but then I'd be sick too. Yeah, but you can cleanse after, and then we can. He's gone. Meg.
That feeling you get right after you cleansed and someone get hooked. Yeah. I'm not proud of it, but the thought has occurred. But I just let them hang. Just until I'm done with this, Jan. Oh, that's so good. That's so pretty. And pretty. How is this? Okay. Yeah. Twins. Okay. People are so good at making these costumes. What's... I don't under... Jeez, he actually looks like Trickster in every way. Michaela. Why is cosplayers already... not already. Why is they always so freaking damn pretty? Thanks for watching, guys. See you next year.